proving me wrong on this one. Finding the opening goal. It's Diogo Jota.
It is indeed the Portuguese man. Obviously, absolute beast. Hasn't been playing too well since coming back, but can you blame him? He's just come back from injury. Either way, fantastic start to the game by St. John's.
I mean, to be fair, it's not like the rest of Liverpool have been doing much better than Diogo, but meanwhile, down the other end of the pitch, it is going to be the Manchester United rival Martial, who strikes the ball straight into the side netting, but the goal side netting, he'll be delighted with that strike.
That was beautiful. Beautiful run in and around the defence. Very decent finish as well. Very nice finish, obviously. Straight across goal. Keeper didn't have a chance. When you got it on your player's strong foot in that position, it's just, well, it's either the front post, or, the near post or the far post, and either way I think it's going in. But fantastic start to the game now. Obviously, well, not a great start to the game for St. John, obviously the penalty miss, and then conceding the first goal, but they've bounced back, they've got a goal back. Now, let's see if they can take the lead.
I think myself and some of the people out there probably would have been thinking that after missing that early penalty, then conceding so quickly afterwards, that could be nails in the Manhattan College coffin, but they have bounced straight on back, and now St. John's, they're looking to pressure once more, trying to retake the lead in this first half of this first leg of this match. Yeah,
you got to remember, it is a two-legged affair, so you still have a full 90 minutes. We're not even a quarter of the way through the action yet. Chance for Gini Wijnaldum, but good tackle from Varane once again, and Luca Dean passing it out from the back to Pogba to Kante, and Gomez very far up the field.
The Everton man doing some good work, but losing out eventually. Now again, it's Wijnaldum who always seems to be the one finding space in the opposition area. Finds Diogo Jota, who's already scored one goal. Looks for a second, but the chipped finish is not going to take it past the waiting hands of Hugo Lloris.
They're playing Joe Gomez at CDM. They're actually playing Joe Gomez at CDM. They've got Fabinho and Virgil van Dijk at centre back, and then Joe Gomez is playing at CDM.
What do you think is the logic behind that one?
I think there is no logic behind that one. Fabinho is a straight upgrade from Joe Gomez, like passing, dribbling, shooting wise. But obviously Joe Gomez has a little bit more pace, so not sure, but a chance for Salah.
Yeah, Mo Salah bringing the ball forward, cutting inside, pulling the shot over the crossbar though.
Yeah, very, very close. For Salah, difficult. Obviously, he likes to cut inside on his left foot, try and curve it into that far top corner, but couldn't quite do it that time. 33 minutes into the game, still 1-1 here. St. John's University in Manhattan.
A tight, cagey affair. We're certainly hoping for fireworks the later this game goes in. Certainly not like we saw in the rest of the day. More fireworks than that, please. It's going to be a strike coming in. Mbappe drives the ball straight into the diving Alisson.
Yeah, both shots very, very close there. Martial and Mbappe coming very close. Obviously, Martial blocked, but Mbappe couldn't quite get it on target enough. You know, he couldn't quite find that corner he was looking for. On the counter-attack, though, here come Manhattan, potentially looking to regain their lead. Obviously, haven't looked too great, I don't think, since St. John's has scored. Ball whipped in, straight into the hands of Lloris.
It's a really, really cagey affair. I've said it before, will say it again as it continues. Each end having their opportunities, but none of them quite as clear as the two goal-creating ones that we saw earlier in the match. We're coming up towards half-time. Liverpool look like they may have the last opportunity to make the net ripple just before the half-time whistle, cutting inside, deflected over the crossbar.
Crucial touch from Hernandez, but the ball's whipped into Mane, cleared away by Hugo Lloris. Does well. Oh, counter-attack. No. Alexander-Arnold says no. Mane got the ball, gives it to Diogo Jota once again, the goal scorer, trying to wriggle his way around the defence, look for a man. But yeah, Joe Gomez at CDM. It's a really weird one. He has terrible passing, terrible dribbling. Yeah, I'm not too sure what the thought process on that is.
George isn't a happy bunny about that one, but I will say that St. John's look like they have had the lion's share of possession and opportunities, unable to make that pay into a lead though, as we are into extra time in the first half. Maybe one last shot to come through. Mane takes it on from the edge of the box, but it's quickly run down. That will be the half-time whistle.
That will indeed, yeah. Good half from St. John's. Manhattan struggling since they lost their lead. Yeah, it's been a bit of a weird one. Sorry. I think it's a good half from Manhattan. I think St. John's have struggled since they lost the lead. I don't think St. John's looked that great, personally. yeah, Manhattan looked really good though. I thought it looked really strong. Just obviously the final product is the bit that I was worried about. So strange, so strange.
You're not a fan, are you? Not a fan.
What is going on? I'm I'm really confused.
So talk me through it. What would we normally see? Normally see Gomez at centre back alongside Van Dijk with Fabinho in front of him.
Yeah, just swap Fabinho and Gomez around. Yeah, I'm just confused. Like Gomez is very good.
What could you gain as a centre back by having Fabinho there with his extra couple of points over Gomez?
I think Fabinho's a little bit better at interceptions and stuff like that. Obviously, he's better at dribbling. He's better than passing. I think he's probably got better defensive stats, but less pace. But you want that pace for Gomez at the centre back. The only reason why I would think you would have Gomez at centre defensive mid is because of his pace. But this just completely counters my logic. If you want a pacey CDM, you should maybe go for Chelsea or Paris Saint-Germain or something like that or France for Kante.
Yeah, of course, this isn't the ultimate team. This is where you have to pick and choose from the various teams available. Right now, Henderson working the ball towards the box. Salah twisting inside out. French defenders, however, it is going to be a strike straight into Lloris's arms. He almost rolls the ball into the waiting clutches. I believe it was Wijnaldum.
He's looking for the pass there. I think it's offside. Yeah, I could see he was looking for it. I saw the run being made, and I was like, he's always going to be rushing for that pass. But yeah, it was a decent shot from Salah. Obviously, again, looking for that left foot shot to curl it into the top corner, but he's always going to be struggling from that angle. Really good pace from Mane, getting around Luka Dean. Can he find the twist and the turn? He does. Can he find the shot at the end of it? Oh, Varane. What a block.
Huge opportunity for Liverpool to take the lead. That is St. John's in this matchup. And it almost happens again. Cleared off the line by the French defender. They are absolutely getting bombarded. But now Martial with an opportunity to counter-attack. Plays the ball through. It is going to be Griezmann. Try and take on the Liverpool defence. Unable to take it to anywhere near the penalty box zone.
Liverpool captain stays strong. Very good stuff. Obviously taking the ball away from Griezmann. Cheeky one-on-one. But yeah, I think the St. John's will look decent, to be fair. So far in this half, I think Manhattan have probably had the better start to the second half. Alexa's going off. I'm not too sure about that, but Salah whipped into the area. It's Martial. Can't quite find anything there, and I think I need to turn my Alexa off.
Am I right in saying St. John's are Liverpool in this game?
Yes, correct.
I mean, I personally would have said St. John's have had the better of this half, but I think they've been getting themselves towards the penalty box a bit more often, but they're not the ones on the attack at the moment. Able to break this play up from Manhattan College, now brewing it forward in the lime green shirts once more, trying to find the ball out to Salah instead, just going to be winning themselves a free kick.
Yeah. You know, I think St. John's will look decent, but yeah, I don't know. I don't think they've had many chances in the second half so far. I think obviously they've defended quite well, but they haven't really come forward too much. Manhattan are getting quite a lot of opportunities on the break and, you know, in and around the box. So,
well, here they are with an opportunity yet again. Manhattan breaking down the left wing. They're going to be able to cut inside one defender, find the pass to Griezmann, not quite able to feed through Martial though.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm trying to work out really. I'm trying to work out really what's going on here. To be honest, like I'm a little bit confused in this second half. But either way, pass through for Georgino Wijnaldum. That shot. Oh no!
I honestly expected the back of the net to be broken open by that strike. Instead, it goes harmlessly past the post.
So yeah, you know. Ball played through though for Martial. Virgil van Dijk does well. Again.
I was just going to say, sorry to interrupt you there, George. I was just going to say I had the displeasure of watching West Brom Newcastle the other week, and after about half an hour, you could see that game had a draw written all over it, a 0-0 one at that. And at the moment, this one could be ending one apiece, with neither team able to break the deadlock in the second half.
I would say just go for the near post from there, Mane. He's obviously trying to curl it to the back post, or it even looked like he was trying to curl it to the front post, to be honest. But another counter-attacking opportunity potentially. No, getting broken down once again. Another chance for St. John's to come forward. Diogo Jota on the ball, gives it to Mane. That should be the goal. It is the goal. Fantastic finish from the Senegalese left winger.
felt like a goal was coming, and it eventually arrived at the 75th minute. Manhattan College, they may try and find their way back to parity before the second leg, and they've got an opportunity to do so now. Inch perfect tackle coming through from, was it Fabinho in the end?
Yeah, I think it was, yeah.
There you go. Gomez wouldn't have made that tackle, George.
Maybe not. Who knows? But yeah, it's a weird one. But either way, they're still winning. That's all that matters. They've got the lead going into the full time whistle. Obviously, about 12 minutes left on the clock now. Gomez coming forward to make the tackle, can't quite stick it, and it's a decent opportunity. Mbappe couldn't quite make the pass. Coming forward is Manhattan. Good tackle from Henderson again, though.
Need to get themselves a goal. They need to get one quickly if they want to go into the second leg level. But so far, this back four, even though it's been critiqued somewhat by our knowledgeable George GNC, it has held up strong in the second half thus far. Mane, goal scorer,
Beautiful.
supreme, taking the ball down the wing, has completely done his opposition. Now it's down to whether he can find the perfect ball.
Again.
He squares it. The strike is there, but yet again straight into Varane. Played back into the box. Salah almost finds the corner, but almost is not good enough.
It is not, and I think it was offside anyway. I think it was
not good enough then.
Just offside. Virgil van Dijk looking to try and put some pressure on that midfield, but pressure's going to get relieved. It's a chance for Martial. Can he find the finish? He can! Gets the ball past Alisson, and it looks like we're going to be going in at the full-time whistle, tied up at 2-2.
You saw Martial winning that crucial penalty against Man City for Manchester United at the weekend. He scored what to these players will be an equally crucial equaliser here just moments before the full-time whistle of this first leg. The question is, can Mane and the rest of this Liverpool team do anything to help St. John still go into the next game with the lead? They're certainly trying for it. The crossbar is struck from the little chipped attempt from Mane. Now the counter-play is on.
Yeah, we'll see. There's a lot of players back there. Griezmann, great dribbling, great skill. But Martial, the defence opens up for him. Can he find the shot? He can! It's the finish in the reverse sweep from 2-1 down to 3-2 up in a matter of moments. Manhattan have fully taken the lead back and are winning 3-2 here.
Excuse me a minute, George, while I pick my jaw up off the floor. Absolute scenes as Manhattan College, somewhat the underdogs coming into this game, take themselves a lead and look like they will be holding it going into the second leg unless something dramatic happens before the full-time whistle.
What an end to the first game. Wow. What a fantastic end to the first game. As, well, Manhattan are looking absolutely fantastic. Well, they didn't look fantastic for the whole game, but I will say they definitely looked good towards the end of this one.
They really did. I mean, to be honest, just the whole game was good. I mean, you were calling it out in the opening parts of that second half that actually Manhattan had some really good plays on the counter-attack. They looked quite likely to score. They weren't the ones who broke the deadlock. However, they certainly proved you right in a big way with those last couple of goals.
They did indeed. But we have got the second game coming up in this very crucial tie, which St. John's have... They looked like they were going to take the lead into the second game, but no, Manhattan denied them. But we are going to quickly throw it to a quick break as we just sort out the stream and get the players' feeds up and ready. So we'll be back in a moment. Do not go anywhere. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to EGFC Season 2. My name is George GNC, joined by Stanley Greyheart Barker, and we are in the second leg of tonight's first game. It's Manhattan versus St. John's University, and it's 3-2 currently to Manhattan going into this game, and it looks like there might be an early opportunity. And just to make everybody aware, it's going to be St. John's on the away side. So it's going to be St. John's in the PSG away kit. It's going to be Manhattan in the PSG home kit.
Is that not France? Oh.
No, it looks like... Oh, yeah, it's France. Sorry, my apologies.
All good. No trouble at all. We are going to see the battle of the Mbappes once again for different teams. And it is not going to be to Mbappe or not to Mbappe. That is the difference potentially, of course, in the last game. Yet again, Mbappe, he was on the winning team. We see it so often, though. He wasn't really the difference maker this time round. Martial having an absolute blinder.
Well, I can give a spoiler for you in this game. He's going to be on the winning team either way this time.
I can't believe you're dropping spoilers on the stream, George. How very unprofessional.
How very unprofessional of me indeed. Paul played in for Neymar Jr. Doesn't quite reach him, but well defended from the France defence. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like Manhattan were really, really good in the first game, but I don't know. I feel like a draw going into the second leg probably would have been the ideal scenario, but a ball played in from Mbappe, back heel to Griezmann, and I'm not quite sure he needed to play the back heel there. I'm pretty sure he could have just taken the shot on.
Okay, we're going to see the corner being taken. Pogba delivers, almost manages to find the head of his compatriot, but instead it is just going to be Keylor Navas able to start play back up again for this PSG squad.
Indeed, indeed. We'll play for... Sorry, go on.
No, I was just going to say, in fact, let's see this first, because we've got the attack coming through. It's not going to be converted into anything, though. Am I right in saying that Manhattan are the French team?
Manhattan are playing as France, and St. John's are playing as PSG.
Brilliant, thank you so much.
No worries. So, St. John's are in the white kit, for anybody who's wondering, and Manhattan are in the dark blue-black kit, whatever you want to call it. But a chance, once again, for Manhattan, as they are putting on a lot of pressure in this first half. Kante on the ball, gives it down towards Griezmann, looks at the fake shot, can't quite find anything this time. Ball is played back to Mbappe after a good interception, and Idrissa Gueye does very well to get the ball back.
Yeah, we are seeing similar to what we saw near the end of the last match with the early plays coming through from Manhattan. St. John's looking to make the counterplay, trying to find themselves an equaliser in this time. Mbappe throwing the ball from left to right, trying to find a little bit of a gap, but Luca Dean sticking with it.
Yeah, one thing I do want to say though is look at that delay, 6 milliseconds. Chance for Di Maria, saved by Hugo Lloris. 5 milliseconds worth of delay. It must be literally right on top of the Vancouver servers or something. I'm not too sure, but obviously Vancouver is in Canada, and these players, I'm pretty sure, are in America, or somewhere in and around America. I'm not too sure. I'm English. I do not know my geography of America very well.
Oh dear. Well, we are going to see latency issues or not. Hugo Lloris yet again making an excellent claim in the French goal. Now bringing the ball forward is going to be Paul Pogba. Last time round it was Martial, the Manchester United man, doing the damage. We'll see if Pogba has a bit of a say this time around. Plays the ball forward. It's going to be Kante taking the ball out wide. Kingsley Coman, someone we have seen used to such great effect in these matches over the last few weeks. Yet again, Paul Pogba finding the ball forward, finding Griezmann, who cuts inside, takes the ball onto his left, and almost slips it past Keylor Navas.
Fingertip save from Keylor Navas. I'm not sure if it was Navas or whether it was a defender's leg, but either way, literally the slightest of touches sends out for a corner kick, and absolutely insane. But on the counter-attack, potentially St. John's, as they look to try and get one of their first attacks off of the half. They haven't really had too much to go off so far. Manhattan have really been in their stride, and this looks potentially good. Varane is covering it though, and he's got the strength. He should be able to get there, and Mbappe's done so well. Look at that pace. He will back up, but he needs to have somebody in the attack with him. And yeah, you've made a bit of a mess there. Just needs to be a bit more patient, hold on to the ball a little bit longer, wait for the players to get back. You don't need to rush in those situations because you've got plenty of time. You can hold on to the ball. If he comes towards you, just go for a bridge touch or something like that to get past him. You've got plenty of opportunities, plenty of time. Just got to be patient.
last week we were casting an event where we were talking about how patience is so key, and yet again we're getting to see it here as you are talking about George Pogba. He finds the ball out wide to his Manchester United teammate Martial. He tries to step it inside to Mbappe, but it's not quite to be. This game stays at 0-0 despite both of these teams' best efforts.
Well, I think that's one of the big things that we bring to the table. We can talk about the higher levels of players, because at the end of the day, this is still very much grassroots. Chance for Mbappe on the ball. Can he find the shot? Lovely little couple of step overs into the exit, but Varane reads it really well. But yeah, this is grassroots to a degree. So when you look at the top end players, your top 100s, your really high qualified players, Marquinhos does well once again. We can kind of talk about what they do differently to these kind of players, and I think a massive thing is just patience and knowing when to tackle. But there's a chance for Mbappe, takes the shot, and that is the first goal of the game. It's going to be St. John's University equalising it up now at 3-3.
The team who are ahead in the standings pull things level on the night, and that's a crucial goal for their chances of staying near the top of the table. They're looking to find themselves trying to eke themselves ahead, but they're going to have to wait until the second half of this second leg to be able to do that.
Yeah, it's a massive thing though. Like I was talking about, the patience of these players. We see in these kind of games, the players will try and rush the ball out to the player on the edge of the box from the wing. But at a higher level, would maybe see them hold on to the ball, wait, play it back to the left back or the right back, recycle the possession. You don't need to rush in these scenarios, because the thing is, in this game, if you're playing against a really good opponent who knows what they're doing fully to a high level, they will not let you have a single touch of the ball. They will have like 80% possession over the whole game. It would be, it's absurd what they can do.
We come into what is the final part of this matchup, unless we end up going to golden goals potentially later on. We're seeing some nice skills coming out of Neymar as he tries to do it all himself, but the Brazilian man runs in trouble as this back four for France does the work once again. Mendy plays the ball inside to Coman. It's going to be Griezmann now trying to step things forward, trying to find Martial, who plays the ball inside to Kante. Mbappe looking for the overlap, but it's Martial once again trying to do what he did in the first leg of this tie, but not able to do so this time round.
Yeah, not able to do it this time, but I'm sure he'll have plenty more opportunities in the second half. In the last game, St. John's, they kind of came into their own in the second half, sorry. And they started to get more in chances, and they started to do a bit better on the possession. So we'll see if they can do it this time. Obviously, haven't had it yet, but we shall see. We shall see.
And yet again, ball is just coming free. Remember, we are dead level on aggregate between these two teams for the night. Mbappe finds Neymar Jr. as they try to break the deadlock, and it's the post that struck. The deflection is put in by Neymar, and all of a sudden it is going to be St. John's finding themselves a 1-goal lead.
Yeah, I think that was always coming for me. They obviously got the lead in the first half. Going into the second half, they had the confidence. Yeah, the rebound's probably not the way you want to do it, but that was always coming. It was, it's not like I could see it coming, but I feel like St. John's are probably the better team on paper. So, it's a difficult one, but Manhattan have played very resiliently. They've played really well. Only 1 goal down, might I add. St. John's taken the lead, so they've still got a chance to still be in this one.
For sure, we've seen St. John's find equalisers. Now it's Manhattan who have to make that happen if they want to go level in this tie once more. Unable to break down the defence. Half an hour of time left on the clock. Should Manhattan want to find anything, but first they've got to keep the ball out of the net. Mbappe breaking free yet again, taking the ball out to the side. Lloris drops down to his right and makes the save.
Really good save from Lloris. Really good save. The ball roll, he was looking to go around the goalkeeper. Could have potentially ball rolled the other way. The defender was there, so did need to be careful, but corner comes in, cleared away only as far as Neymar. Gives it to Verratti now to address the gate. Mbappe, that's got to be a goal. Hits the post once again. Oh my word, the second time the woodwork has been hit in the second half.
Yeah, and it was obviously hitting that first tie as well. That's 3 potential goals denied merely by the stanchions. Now it's going to be Di Maria, who does not strike the post. Instead, he ripples the back of the net, and we find ourselves a now convincing lead for St. John's.
Well, he absolutely, he really hit that ball, didn't he? That was a big hit, and obviously doing the The Neymar dance, I don't know what the celebration is even
I thought
called.
they were going for the Macarena for a moment, and then I
Yeah,
realised it
it
wasn't.
kind of is. It kind of is. It
Macarena,
starts
Macarena,
off,
Macarena.
but
Hey, Macarena.
well,
Aye.
Stan, we do not want to be DMC striked, so
I
I
mean,
would.
let's be honest. If anyone out there can recognise that from that terrible version of it, then
That was a
wow.
that was a pitch perfect rendition, if you ask me.
Oh
but
no, we're doomed. We're doomed.
but yeah, that dance is very well known for tilting a lot of players. If you've got Neymar on your team or Mbappe, you score a goal, you spam that. You watch the whole celebration. It's the longest celebration in the game.
Oh,
You tilt a lot of people. That's why they removed. They downed the celebration time this year. They also removed the shush and their dab celebration because
I
people
remember
would
you
run
telling me
around
that, yeah.
shushing and then they would dab, and it would really tilt people. But at the same time, at the end of the day, that's in their heads. It's my favourite celebration is the dab. I didn't shush very often, but I always dabbed because, well, that's what a lot of people would associate with George CNC. A cheeky dab at the end of the broadcast, a cheeky dab here and there, you know.
As much as it pains me to say it, yes, that is something I definitely associated with.
I haven't been doing it very often anymore. I've kind of left it to the bigger events now. It's, you know,
It's one of those it's so last year things, I think.
it's a special occasion. I'll bring it up when it needs to be brung up. It's not one of those dead memes, dead horse, beat it into the ground kind of situations.
Well, right now, Manhattan are trying to avoid being beaten into the ground. St. John's once again applying the pressure. Di Maria finds himself on the edge of the box where
Really
he
well
found his
defended.
last goal, but wasn't able to find the conversion this time round. It's going to be Ben Yedder. Bring the ball forwards. You see some tired old health bars on this French lineup as they try to get a goal in this tie. Ferdinand
Shoot.
Mendy, bring the ball forward. He's got to find the back of the net. He does not. Strong hands from Keylor Navas.
He just had absolutely nothing left in the tank at all. He had no stamina left at all. It was a little bit rough, but ooh, I don't know. It's been a weird game so far, honestly. St. John's are just coming on the counter attack time and time again, as Manhattan have to obviously press for it. Lovely little bit of skill from Di Maria. Varane does well, defended once again. Manhattan are defending really well. I will give that to them. They are defending really, really well. It's just like I can't quite get that last. You know, they can't get the ball in the decent areas to get those decent attacks. I don't know.
Yeah, and that's a big part of the reason why they find themselves 3 down in this game, 2 down in the tie overall. Probably the best chance they've had in this match was that Mendy shot, which Navas seemed able to deal with fairly handily. Let's see if they get any more opportunities in these last 15 minutes.
I think they're just struggling patience-wise. You know, a lot of the opportunity. That is a really good ball though. Ben Yedder on the ball. Can he find anybody in the middle? Whips it in, and Mbappe's not going to be there. Marquinhos is though. Clears it out for a corner kick. Yeah, I think it's just the patience, the trust in your ability to break down the opponent on a passing, dribbling skill scale instead of just rushing at them on the counter attack. I think it's definitely one of these games, FIFA 21, where you've really got to rely on your ability to do those things. But not seeing too much of it here. But there is another chance for Ben Yedder on the shot. Keylor Navas will save it once again, and that's not the scenario where you want to shoot. You want to play it back into the middle, or you want to recycle it, go back round again, look for a gap. You need to pull the defence apart, and this is surely going to be another goal for St. John's.
Speaking of tearing the defence apart, that's exactly what Di Maria has done. It feels like he has always been in the right place at one end of the pitch, while Marquinhos has always been in the right place at the other. That's the difference between the PSG and the France squad that we are seeing in this matchup. Only moments left on the clock. If Manhattan are to find any potential equaliser, it's going to have to happen very, very quickly, but they've lost possession again.
It does indeed. Here comes Neymar Jr. on the ball. Lovely little fake Rabona into the chip up. The Neymar special. Nothing going to happen of it though. And down the other end come Manhattan. Yet to get a goal in this tie. 3 minutes remaining. Is there a chance? I don't think so.
I think I have to agree with you on that one, but I will give credit to Manhattan College for sticking with St. John's as long as they did. Of course, even came into this leg with a small lead, but St. John's have just been ruthless in this match.
They have indeed. They have indeed, Greyheart. They've been very, very good. I won't lie, they probably should have scored a few more goals. They probably should have scored a few more goals.
Maybe not ruthless enough.
Maybe not, but yeah, either way, I think they looked really good. I think they had a good show, a good showing. Better than last week's result. Obviously, the loss didn't sit too well with them. But that is the end of the game. Hopefully you enjoyed it. obviously a win for St. John's University. Good stuff for them. But for Manhattan, off the last week's win, that is a loss.
That's a shame for them, to be sure, but it takes them, I believe, to a 7-6 record, which is still pretty solid. Quite middle of the pack, top end of the middle of the pack. St. John's, on the other hand, they moved to 11-2, something that can only be levelled today by Marquette, who themselves start the day at 10-2. They've got a really hard matchup in our last game of stream, however. They go up against Fairfield, who are currently 8-3 in the standings, and very much so breathing down Marquette's neck, and may even do St. John's a favour.
Exactly, and then we've got William and Mary coming up next against Niagara in about 10 minutes time. So,
brilliant.
We're going to chuck it to a quick break, ladies and gentlemen. Do not go anywhere. Well, actually, you got 10 minutes. You can go grab yourself a drink. You can go grab yourself a coffee or a snack, whatever you want. Then come back. Then enjoy some more FIFA action with me and Greyheart. So, do not go anywhere. I'll catch you in a bit. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to EGFC Season 2, Week 14. And I'm joined by Stanley Greyheart Barker. My name is George GNC Overton, and we have got the second game of the day, William & Mary versus Niagara University.
We sure have. We'll get into that one nice and quickly, I'm sure. In fact, it looks like they're already on towards the loading screen for this game. We've got two teams who are coming in nearer the bottom half of the table. William & Mary running a 2-9 score line. Niagara, they are at 5-7, I believe.
They are indeed. Just thought I'd give you guys a quick look at the schedule before we get into the game. Obviously, second game of the day, we've still got one more coming up, but we've got Handles of God.
By the way. It's a belter, the last game of the day as well. Yeah. So it's definitely worth showing. Marquette Fairfield, two of our top teams, both vying it out for those couple of top positions. Get to that one later. Right now, let's get straight into the action again. We are seeing France against Liverpool.
Yeah, so I do apologise. The team names are the wrong way round. I am just sorting those out right now.
William and Mary.
William and Mary versus William and Mary. That is true. Versus...
My money's on.
Do you? Who's your money on?
Well, William and Mary if they're playing William and Mary. Meanwhile, however, we do see the counter-attack. We'll speak of them as Liverpool and France for now. Naby Keita bringing the ball forward for the Reneds. Will Njaldum spreading it out onto the right-hand side. Salah swings the cross in. It's met on the volley by an on-rushing Liverpool forward, but it's not going to hit the back of the net due to a deflection.
That would have been
that was close.
Well. Very close header as well. We've seen those volleys go in before, whipped to the back post. It is very hard technically for obviously the player, but we've seen them happen. We have seen them happen. Ball drops in the box, gets cleared away eventually, and it looks like we should be coming forward now for a France attack, but Handles does well enough to thwart it, and we'll go out for a throw-in.
Liverpool, am I right in saying?
Pardon?
Is it Niagara Liverpool?
Yes, Handles plays for Niagara, and S. Biley is playing for William & Mary.
Brilliant. Well, it's Biley at the minute who has the opportunity, forcing the diving save out of Allison, and ball is cleared out onto the left wing, still being kept in, however, by Kingsley Coman, plays the ball inside. It's that man yet again, Kylian Mbappe. He had a bit of time to play, he could have turned the other way, with no defender breathing down his back. By the time he made that decision, it was too late. Indeed, but yeah, so Seth or S. Biley, whichever one you want to call him, obviously very good, both very good players. I'm not sure if it's actually RJ or Mighty Rubik's Cube or Biley playing up, but it's Biley's game attack, so we're going to say it's Biley. Biley with a chance, saved by Allison. Yet again, it's going to be the Liverpool keeper called into action. He's been the busier of the two keepers so far in this game. However, that's not to say Niagara haven't had a little bit of possession, a little bit of opportunities to bombard the opposition goal.
Indeed, and I don't know, I feel like this matchup's going to be a very, very close one. I feel like William and Mary have definitely been on the way up since FIFA 21. We've switched over from FIFA 20, so it's good to see, but there's a chance for Wijnaldum. Takes a shot on. Ooh, that was deceptively. It looked a lot closer than it actually was.
It was one of those moments I thought it was curling into the top right, but in the end I think it does go quite harmlessly, plenty over Lloris's crossbar. However, it's still Liverpool on the attack. Wijnaldum yet again with the ball. This time, however, plays the ball into Hernandez's feet. He in turn delivers the ball to the opposition right back.
He does indeed. Trent Alexander-Arnold didn't actually... Well, he did play. He got subbed on during the week.
He did, yes.
Yeah,
so,
I don't know.
Not especially great effect, apart from one exceptionally good ball.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Like, I want to talk about it because obviously it's a subject that needs to be talked about. But the ball is whipped into the area. Somehow it's the floor. I'd have thought that would have been cleared away straight away. But Henderson is there to collect the ball, looking to get round the defender. Does well, gets the ball all the way out to Robertson. Going to take a punt straight into Lloris's arms.
We speak about Liverpool. Oh, okay, for a moment there I thought he passed a completely the wrong player, but in the end, French defender was able to get hold of the ball before the Liverpool forward. We speak about it occasionally. I've mentioned before now, my dad, he's a big Liverpool fan, and he certainly blamed a lot of things this season, but he's now come to the conclusion you are officially cursed. So we'll have to break free of that one. Mane trying to disprove the potential curse there, at least for FIFA. But the goal is yet to find a ball inside of it.
Mane really needs to be scoring that one. That should have been 1-0 to Niagara there, in my opinion. Well, that was just a chance that goes begging. The shot! The goal! An absolute screamer from Niagara. What a finish it is from, of all players, Naby Keita.
A lad, absolutely destroying the back of the net with a strike for the ages. As easy as it was as hard as it was for Mane not to score the previous opportunity, it must have been as hard to score that one, but done in style by handles of God on this Liverpool team, taking the advantage for Niagara.
Yeah, it does really well. I wasn't expecting this. You know, we're seeing a lot of long shots come out from handles, but I was like, there's no way any of these are going in. Surely not. Long shots aren't particularly great. Salah cuts in on his left. Good tackle from S. Bailey. Obviously, William and Mary now 1 goal down. See if they can get back into this one.
And he's going to play that advantage to great effect. Pogba breaking through in the centre forward position of all people. Able to find the feet of Alisson though, and now the ball will be cleared eventually with a goal kick.
Took it out wide. I'm not sure why for. Just needed to run through the middle, throw a ball roll in there when the keeper comes out. I don't know. It's a difficult situation because obviously there's a lot of defenders coming across, and Pogba doesn't particularly have a ridiculous amount of pace. Ben Yedder on the ball now. That should be a penalty. It's not given.
No. I think there was just a little touch on the ball as we saw the French player bringing it forward. But now the counter-attack is in full force. Mo Salah with acres of space must find the back of the net and does. Convincing fashion. 2-0 to Niagara.
Yeah, Niagara 2-0 up now. And William and Mary 2 goals down. It's looking like a difficult game for William and Mary, but we will see if they can make some sort of a comeback. But Niagara really are playing this game very well. They aren't having much trouble at all. Defensively sound, aside from that one chance for Pogba. Attacking, well, just having all of the opportunities. They're getting acres of space and they're just passing it around. And this is exactly the kind of Liverpool team that I would like to see in real life right about now.
The current standings by showing why they're a team who have got a few more wins to their name and will continue to push for potential playoff positions, even though they're a little bit far away from the top of the field. Good defensive work being done now. Ben Yedder still has the ball, but rolls it into Alisson. And don't think I don't see you out there, Legacy, in Twitch shirts. Please not now, says the Liverpool fan. But this is, as George just said, the Liverpool you want to be seeing at the moment. The free-scoring Liverpool of time gone by.
Yeah, I don't know. This is a weird one because it's been so inconsistent recently for Niagara from handles. The 2 weeks prior to week 14 lost, or actually, if you want to go even further, 3 weeks prior, they've lost. You know, they just have not been doing well. But then they come up against William and Mary, who, in my eyes, have been looking fairly decent in all of the games they've played. They've always looked very competitive. Look at all about going competitive. There is a chance to get a goal back. Can't quite get it. But yeah, it's just been incredibly inconsistent from Niagara this season so far. I'm not too sure what is going on. But at the end of this first half, obviously, hello Stan, you are looking...
Wow, that was terrifying.
That was indeed. What's happening to your face? No, Stan, stay with me. It's the snapping happening all over again. But Niagara, obviously, with the 2-0 lead going into the second half. I don't know what's happening to Stan. He has been Thanos snapped away. But either way, a fantastic start to the game for Niagara. Not so much for William and Mary, to be honest.
Hey. There we go, I'm back again. Yeah, we're a quarter of the way into this tie, and things looking convincing for Niagara so far. William and Mary, however, as you were just pointing out, they're a team who in the recent weeks have started to apply a bit of pressure to their opposition. Let's see if they can bounce back a little bit into this game.
Yeah, hopefully so. And you know, I don't know, I just can't get my head around the fact of how inconsistent Niagara have been. They have been coming up against some high-level opponents. Do not get me wrong. But either way, we shall see. We shall see as the players are just taking their little pause to recompose themselves. I think that's something we need to do, Stan, as well, after you just got snapped away.
It was a moment. I didn't feel so good, Mr. Overton. No. We're getting into the second half. Both of us, I believe, intact, and we'll see if any crosses are swung in. Will they aim for the head?
Well, you should have. They definitely need to go for the head. if that's one thing that you need to talk about. But we shall see. We shall see. Niagara, obviously, 2 goals ahead. Biley needs to try and get a goal back sooner rather than later. And there might be a chance here, but good tackle in the end from Gomez. Does win the ball back straight away. Handles takes it away once again. And wow, that is a really good long ball. The question is Alisson going to deal with it? A massive header from the goalkeeper.
I think it was Hugo Lloris who had to deal with it.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
And he was able to put a good solid head onto the ball. Obviously not going to drop any spoilers of any kind, but have you been enjoying One Division?
Excuse me?
Have you been enjoying One Division at all, the new Marvel show?
I haven't been watching it.
Have you not?
No.
It just wrapped up on Friday, and again, no spoilers, but it's a series I've very much enjoyed watching. Right now, I'm enjoying watching this Liverpool play. Making it look good as they try to increase their lead. Bobby Firmino on the edge, takes a strike, lays back to the captain. Jordan Henderson plays out wide. Robertson swings the ball in. He aims for the head, does not quite find it. It's nodded away.
Yep, straight to the chest instead of the head, unfortunately, this time. But, yeah, I thought you said One Division. I didn't think you said One Division.
I've made that mistake before now as well. Yeah.
I was like, wait, are we talking about, like, the band? Is that what the band was called? One Division?
One Direction.
One Direction. That's the one. That's the one. But either way, I haven't seen it. I am looking forward to Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That should be rather good. Chance for handles, though. Lloris will come out and collect the ball, but yeah, it's been lackluster so far from William and Mary.
It has been a little bit. I've been hoping to see them bounce back. Perhaps that'll happen more coming into the second leg of this match. They need to make sure they're not too far behind coming into that one, though. Currently, the 2-goal deficit, definitely recoverable, definitely not as bad as some of the deficits we've seen between some of these teams in the last few weeks. Opportunity now to try and pull one back, but great.
That's a pen, surely.
Defense coming in from Robertson, no penalty given, but that's the easiest of tap-ins and is not taken by Griezmann.
Just hasn't got any power on it, has it? He needs to just put full power on that, absolutely mash it into the back of the net. But I've got to be looking at the referee there. What's he doing? Silly ginger referee. Silly ginger referee.
I guess it's true. Only a ginger can call another ginger. Salah, he's breaking away. Looks for the audacious long shot. He forces a save out of Hugo Lloris. Corner will come through. Alexander-Arnold swinging it in right towards the penalty spot. Ball comes out. Gigi Wijnaldum up into the strike on a volley. Almost an immaculate finish, but not quite.
Well, Handel's just messing around now. He's having a good time. He's taking long shots. He's doing little flick-up shots. He's messing around. But I don't think he should.
Which opened the scoring. This is definitely a play style for him.
Yeah, it's very true. But I don't think he should be. I don't think he should really give this much disrespect towards William Mary, because I think they definitely do have what it takes in the tank. But there is another chance, and that should be another goal. It is onside, and that is 3-0 to Niagara Esports.
GG with the easiest of conversions to put things definitely to bed for this first leg of the tie. Obviously, we have still got a whole second leg to play, and where one team wins 3-0 in one leg could easily be reversed, but things definitely looking a bit bleak now for William and Mary.
Yeah, not looking great. Not looking great, especially not in this first leg. Obviously, they've got the second player to come on and play Handles, so maybe Handles will be a bit fatigued, but I feel if anything, he'll feel good. He'll feel ready. Obviously, 3-0 lead. Definitely have a lot of confidence going to the second game. Good tackle from Alexander-Arnold, but I feel like Biley needs to really try and get a goal back here, make it a little bit easier for his teammate.
I completely agree with you, but he's just not getting the break of play at the minute. It's very much so been with the players in the red shirts this time round. So often in the game of Mbappe versus no Mbappe, it's the Mbappe-less team that comes off the worst. But this time round, they have a 3-0 advantage. Their strike force performing wonders. I say their strike force. We've had a goal from Wijnaldum and a goal from Naby Keita. It's the midfield that have been dominant so far for Niagara. But now, the opportunity for William and Mary to try and pull one back. Instead, they pull it wide of the far post.
I would have potentially gone for a chip there. The goalkeeper came quite a way off his line. Could have potentially went for a little lofted chip over the Brazilian, but
a Ruben lofted chip.
Yeah, Ruben lofted chip indeed. Here comes Mohamed Salah, whips it into the back post. Hugo Lloris is there to claim the ball, and I don't think he got me that time. I feel like with the I don't feel so good, Mr. Overton. You got me there, but the Ruben Loftus chip,
That was
poor.
pretty low.
It was
Pretty
poor.
low, I admit. Yeah. Paul Pogba, he's trying to find something a little bit better than my puns, which, let's be honest, isn't that difficult. Antoine Griezmann, who missed that opportunity earlier on. Into Kingsley Coman, and yet again the opportunity not taken by Niagara. They must be absolutely kicking themselves, given a couple of the clutch opportunities they've had.
I think I'd go for a first-time shot there. Honestly, looking at it, obviously the first touch was really poor. Goalkeeper was coming out. I don't know. When you take a touch there, oh, the mistake! Oh no,
that's tragic.
That's so sad.
Truly tragic.
That is so sad.
Yeah, Bobby Firmino will not score an easier goal in game or in real life this year, I don't think. And that's the one that maybe puts this game to bed as a contest, even before we hit the second leg in a few minutes' time.
That's really sad from William and Mary. That's really sad. Obviously, you could see what he was doing, but the goalkeeper panicked. Could get a chance here. Kylian Mbappe, that's surely got to be a shot on goal. Griezmann with a shot blocked again. And wow, such good defending from Handels. He has really got all the players at the back. Just tight, really tight formation. Not letting any chances get in behind. I'm pretty sure Fabinho's dropping into that back four every time. William and Mary get a lot of possession, just to make it a back five, giving them a lot more, squeezing the width a little bit as well.
Are you saying this game's going better for having Fabinho and Joe Gomez that way around?
No, I'm saying it's nice to have Fabinho there, because he can go forward if he needs to. I know, and I'm not letting you.
I mean, how can you, of all people, not allow me to use George Gienzi? I mean,
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's rather uncharacteristic, my friend.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not a man of memes. I'm not a man. I don't meme around. Don't know what you're talking about. But either way, Niagara University taking a 4-0 lead. 4-0. Absolutely incredible start to the game for them. Maybe the fourth goal was a little bit lucky. Obviously, Hugo Lloris with a bad error. A really bad error. William and Mary haven't looked terrible, but they haven't looked very good either. Look, going forward, they've just not really had any sort of opportunity. They're getting in the box, they've got the ball, but they cannot find the shot. The shot's either getting blocked or they're just getting run down by the defenders.
They've missed the spark in terms of the attacking side of things. A couple of crucial opportunities that have gone begging, and as a result, that 4-0 scoreline that perhaps slightly overpraises Niagara coming in towards the second leg is exactly what William and Mary are going to have to deal with. They are going to have to do something even more magical to come back in this tie.
Yeah, indeed, and obviously very difficult for them, but that's something Liverpool have lacked in real life as well. I would definitely say that spark, that imagination. It's been difficult for them. But either way, while the players get ready to get into the second game, we are going to throw it to a quick break, and then we'll bring back to you more action from EGFC Season 2, Week 14.
Let's get ready, let's get ready, let's get ready to FIFA. We are into the action in the second leg. It's going to be Niagara up against William & Mary. They've kept the same teams, France versus Liverpool once again. And yet again, it's Liverpool to start on the attack. They've already found Mo Salah, bringing the ball forward. He looks for the strike. He hits the stanchion.
Oh, I can't believe he did it, but that shot was interesting from Mo Salah, to say the least. Just literally punted it straight at the electronic advertisement boards. But a chance straight away for Niagara.
Yeah, I think the fans were more in danger of that one than the back of the net was. But yet again, we're going to see the play broken up by these defensive midfielders. No Fabinho to be seen this time round for Liverpool as they opt into Keita and Henderson instead. Salah yet again with an opportunity to strike after his last effort decides to pass the ball into Wijnaldum, but he doesn't have any more luck.
I would say going for the more defensive of the CDMs, but it's not really, is it? You know,
No.
I feel like Keita's more attacking and Fabinho is more defensive, but there's a chance for Pogba. Bailey can't quite find the shot once again. Another great last-ditch tackle from Joe Gomez.
Seen it so many times from this Niagara defence. They're able to just about keep the Wolf from the door in so many opportunities. It's why they've got themselves a 4-goal aggregate lead coming in to this second leg. They only got to hold out for another 80 minutes. It looks like they want to be adding to their tally as well as they're constantly pushing forward on the attack.
They are indeed constantly looking for new avenues to attack down and looking to increase that lead even further. Ball whipped into the area. Virgil van Dijk cleared away by Ferland Mendy, I think that was.
Ooh.
Very, very close once again. And Bailey needs to get the ball away. It might be Almighty Rubik's Cube now. I'm not too sure. But either way, we're just going to call him Bailey. We're going to call him William & Mary. And there is another chance for Handels to get another goal. But, yeah, nothing in that.
Nothing doing this time as well. We don't see Hugo Lloris with something of a gargantuan error coming out of their own goal, able to find the white shirts. Yet again, it is going to be down to William & Mary to try and make something work. And in this 1v1, this could be the moment. This is indeed the moment they find themselves their first goal of the game. They reduce the deficit to 3.
What a pass, by the way. What a pass. Straight in behind. Perfect amount of weight. Starts slowing down right as it gets to the goalkeeper's area. So he can't really come out. If not, he'll be under a tremendous amount of pressure to get there first. And it's just absolutely perfect for Mbappe to run onto. And now, William & Mary could be within a chance at pulling this one back. But I wouldn't speak too soon because obviously, you know, they are now 4-1 down.
Maybe, just maybe, George, this is the moment the floodgates open. We've seen so many wonderful last-ditch defensive moments for Liverpool. Finally, having had themselves broken down once, maybe it'll happen again. That's certainly what Niagara fans out there will be hoping for, but still would say William & Mary have had the lion's share of the possession in this game.
Yeah, we'll see what William & Mary can do. Obviously, playing as France, we'll see what they can do. You know, it's obviously going to be hard for them, as I would say Niagara handles as a very good defender, but we'll see. Bailey on the ball once again, gives it to Martial, looking for the poke through to Kings and Coman, and that should be the goal. I think it's offside. It is offside.
Just one pass too many, maybe 2 passes too many. Need to see the trigger being pulled early before the offside flag goes up. Really could have just easily been another goal for Niagara coming in. Instead, they're still 3 goals down 25 minutes into this second leg. Now it's Henderson, of all people, who's found himself a little bit of space. He plays the ball to Wijnaldum. Not quite the players you want to be working into the opposition area. Got to find Salah, got to find Firmino, got to find Mane.
I think if they got a goal there, I think that the momentum completely would have been in their favour. That surely would have been a very high... You know, you'd have seen the odds fly up in their favour at that time, but couldn't quite find Coman out on that left wing this time, unfortunately. Was looking for him. Roberto Firmino got the ball, Handels, looking to punt it into the back of the net, but nothing's going to be there once again. It will be a goal kick, and now it's starting to feel like Handels is he's just, you know, taking a shot whenever he gets a chance, you know, whenever the goal is, you know, in sight kind of thing.
Something of a trademark for Handels at this point. We've seen a fair amount of it. I mean, even the opening match of this tie, Naby Keita's from about 30 yards out was what you'd probably call speculative normally, but it opened the scoring. It looked absolutely classy. But now it is Niagara yet again breaking forward. They've had opportunities. They've scored one. They've had one disallowed for offside. They probably need to find another before the halftime whistle if they want to keep the pressure on, though.
William & Mary breaking forward. William & Mary are the The team that are behind currently. No, it's all good.
Yeah,
but yeah,
it was the overlay that said 1-0 that confused me.
Either way, chance for Mbappe running through on goal, and that touch is a little bit too much. I don't think the referee's going to give anything there because it was obviously running out of play. But yeah, you know, for handles, it's got to go in eventually, right? So you might as well just shoot whenever you get the ball.
That might well be their logic. It certainly worked 4 times so far in this match, but as see, not in this particular matchup, not in these last 37 minutes so far. William and Mary, they have the edge in this one, as you were correctly saying. They're the ones 1-0 up in this leg. Still, I think they got to find themselves another goal, and this could be their opportunity to do it. Mbappe breaking forward. Joe Gomez with a last-ditch sliding tackle, dispossessing Kylian. However, the ball is picked up on the side by Kingsley Coman. He sends the ball inside. Unable to find a white shirt.
I'd like to see him cut inside there and just hold on to the ball for a little bit longer before looking for that pass. Take a few extra touches. Your player's under an extreme amount of pressure. Obviously, you know, first time pass. He probably hasn't had a chance to look up yet. Yeah, I'd like to see him just take a touch inside, hold on to the ball, wait to see what handles move is there. A little bit like that. Yeah, turn inside, look for the pass. But yeah, just rushing things a bit there. Still had a very good opportunity. Straight down the other end now. Niagara looking to regain their 4-goal lead.
Crucial moments of this game. We are going to go to half-time, it seems, with the score poised at 1-0 in this tie. William and Mary fans will be happier from what they've seen over the last 45 minutes. Niagara fans, however, will be the happier overall with a 4-1 aggregate lead coming into the last quarter of this tie. So, yeah. Hi.
Obviously, we'll have to update the scoreline, as I just realised my mic was muted. I do apologise. Really good game so far. Obviously, I have to update the scoreline, but yeah, William and Mary looking very, very good. I feel, you know, still having that problem where they're just rushing a bit too much, just running a bit faster than their legs can take, stumbling a little bit in the final third. But either way, you know, that extra 2 passes, that could have been a goal. You know, I could very much see a world in where William and Mary are currently, you know, only 2 goals behind now. But either way, this has been a really good game so far, and I'm hoping we get a bit more, maybe another goal from William and Mary to bring up the pressure a bit more.
Let's have more of the same in the second half, but just a few more golden moments coming to these two teams. Kante's got possession, finds Mbappe, who plays the ball out wide. Once again, it is going to be Kante, very much the linchpin of this French midfield. But Antoine Griezmann, he's the one who needs to make the difference. He needs to find that goal for his team. It's still just not happening for him. Instead, over on the other side, Naby Keita releasing the ball to Mane.
Yeah, Mane got the ball, handles, looking to make another goal, to try and get that 4-goal lead back, but it's going to take a deflection and go out for a corner. We'll see if they can make anything of it, but Niagara playing so well on the counter-attack. They're really making the most of it. Lloris will punch it away, and then another Frenchman will get there and get it cleared up the field. I think this should go out for a Niagara throw, and if it goes out, no. Okay, he's going to keep it in and build out from the back.
Robbo just about able to stop it being a throw, and now the opportunity for Henderson as he breaks into the opposition box, not where you normally see the Liverpool captain, and he looks somewhat unsettled if you can do that in game form. If that had been a Mane or Firmino, I think we see the net going one way or the other. We'll see if Firmino can make that now happen. Looks back to Naby Keita, obviously preferred over Fabinho in this match by handles, but offside.
Yeah, Trent Alexander-Arnold just offside. 56 minutes in, 10 minutes into the second half. Nothing really happened as of yet. Henderson will make a good tackle, but Griezmann will recover the ball back. And Mbappe gives it to Griezmann. He's still got Pogba and Mbappe with him. Needs to be patient, though. Needs to wait for the opportunity to open up. But yeah, Virgil van Dijk will just rush out and make the tackle. That does happen sometimes, but that's when you've got to move the ball a bit fast. If you see your opponent do that, you've got to move the ball. Chance Salah.
Dispossessed just before being able to pull the trigger on the shot. Yeah, it was I think I said it was a big moment there at one end of the pitch, now an even bigger moment down the other end. A goal could have just sealed this victory coming into the 60th minute, but it wasn't to be for this Liverpool team. They still find themselves behind in this leg of the match.
That was Jorginho Wijnaldum with a shot. Couldn't quite hit the target, but I think there might be some substitutions coming on for William and Mary, I assume. Potentially bringing on, I don't know, who don't they have on? I don't think they have Ben Yedder on.
Martial, maybe? Martial, I think, is
Yeah,
potentially.
I couldn't remember which one it was that they didn't have on. It was either Martial or Ben Yedder that they didn't have on. Either way, we're probably going to see one of those two come on. I'm not too sure who else we could see come on, but we shall see, obviously, once they get back into game. But yeah, obviously, it's been a really good game so far. I think that's the thing to say, most definitely. Obviously, in the second leg, William and Mary 4 goals down, a lot of pressure on them to get back into this game. I don't know if they'll be able to do it, but either way, they're definitely putting up a good fight.
Yep, and the match is going to be resuming any moment as we see these substitutions potentially getting made. It is going to be a cater for Fabinho. Ben Yedder comes on for Luca Dean, so a more aggressive formation coming out of William and Mary as they're desperately trying to find the goals that they need. We'll obviously return to this action as it unfolds before us. But I do have a question for you related to Liverpool's real life situation. What's your hope for sort of the conclusion of this season? I mean, is there any chance of getting Champions League places? Are you eyeing up the Champions League as the potential only place you can get silverware?
I would rather us not get European football next season. Well, obviously, if we don't come in the Champions League, right? If we don't come in Champions League places, I wouldn't want to be in the Europa League. So I would much rather us drop out for a season. But if we win the Champions League, it can still happen. I would take it, obviously, and then we'd get put in the Champions League next season. But obviously that is a very, very low odds scenario, or high odds scenario.
Yeah, I mean, what are you in at the minute? The last 16 with or was it the last 32 at the moment with a couple of goal lead going into the second leg?
Yeah, we've got. I think we've got a 2-0 lead against Leipzig away from home. So we've got 2 away goals. So
I'd certainly expect you to come through there, and then all of a sudden you're in either the last 8 or the last 16, and there's always a chance, right?
Yeah, exactly. I think we go into the quarterfinals. No, the last 16 then, round of 16. So yeah, that's when it starts to get really hard. I don't know. I think we're in the last 16 now. I think.
I thought you were, but I'm not 100% sure, which is why I question myself.
I need to goggle it.
My question is, if you do end up outside the European places, and by that I really do mean Champions League, and you don't win the Champions League, is the job security there for Klopp, and what happens to some of your players? Will they look for European football next season? Maybe
if we win the Champions League, I think.
Oh, then you don't have to worry.
I think Jurgen Klopp stays, and we write the season off, the Premier League season off, and we just go, it wasn't good. It was a bad season, but we won the Champions League. Yep. But if we don't win anything, I feel like Jurgen Klopp's probably in trouble. Chance for handles on the volley, maybe for Wijnaldum, can't quite get there. I feel like his job's at risk, but I also feel like if he does leave, who's going to replace him? Who's going to want to come to a club that isn't investing money in players? Salah will leave. Mane will probably leave for Real Madrid. Firmino will 100% leave. I don't know whether Van Dijk will leave. I don't think Gomez will leave. I don't think Henderson will leave. Chance for another goal.
Well, all those players that you are rattling off there, they link up brilliantly to find an equalising goal in this leg for Niagara, and it is a goal that takes them again to a 4-goal advantage with only 20 minutes left.
I don't know who would want Roberto Firmino, actually. I don't know who would actually want him, to be honest. I think he's on quite a high wage as well. And if he leaves Liverpool, he's probably going to be on even higher. But, I can't see Mane, Salah staying. I can't see Van Dijk staying. I can't see Alisson staying. I could see Robertson and Trent staying. Chance for William and Mary. They will get a goal back. But, they conceded one. That's the problem.
Yeah, if that happened moments before that last goal, you would have been saying maybe they're back in it with 15 minutes left. Instead, it feels like consolation. They have the chance to prove us wrong, however, as they are once again on the attack. Mbappe was trying to help his strike partner break the offside trap, but wasn't quite able to do it. This time it works out with Martial. Mbappe, a chance to pull the trigger.
That is brilliant.
He takes it inside beautifully, finds a goal. Maybe, just maybe, they're going to defy the odds here. William and Mary, 3-1 up in this leg. They are now 5-3 down on aggregate.
Oh my word! Well, I can't think of any shock scenarios where I've got to do a little I don't even know what they called, a challenge, a forfeit challenge kind of thing. But I can't see William and Mary coming back. Surely not. Surely not. There's 10 minutes to go. Oh,
there's always a chance,
scenes.
and don't call me Shirley. This is again going to be Mbappe breaking forward. Martial, Ben Yedder, who's just come on, remember, in the last 15 minutes, looks to pull the trigger. The tackle comes in at the last moment. I thought it was a penalty, but it was not.
It was not. It was a fantastic tackle from Virgil van Dijk. Really, really good tackle. And he has probably saved the game for Niagara, I will not lie. That was a very, very close chance.
But absolutely massive. And maybe that's the game-saving moment. What a tense affair.
Fabinho's up front.
So he is, yeah, coming on for...
So we've seen him at centre-back, we've seen him at CDM, we've seen him at striker.
Stick him in goal, why not? Go
nuts.
Strange. Disclaimer, do not go nuts. Do not stick him in goal.
Yeah, do not stick him in goal. Do not do that in Ultimate Team. You will lose a lot of games. To be fair, they can't be any worse than most goalkeepers in FIFA. Yeah. Oh my word. Some of the goalkeeper mistakes this year have been absolutely appalling. But it looks like William and Mary are probably going to constant pressure on all of their players, making as many subs as they can. The game will unpause. I think there might be another pause come out because they run out of time. Maybe not. But either way, this has been really resilient from William and Mary. A good comeback. They've definitely put their heart on the line, heart on the sleeve kind of thing. They're really going for it. Can they reach Ben Yedder out wide? They can't. Gives it to Pogba. Pogba's got the ball. The chance! Oh no, Paul Pogba's missed the target. In that situation, he needs to be hitting the back of the net.
Oh, since William and Mary pulled it back to just a 2-goal advantage, there have been real opportunities in this tie. 2 massive ones, 1 incredible tackle, 1 shot that probably should have made the net ripple. And now they've got another chance, and it's saved by the outstretched hand of Alisson. Niagara holding on for dear life.
Niagara holding on, but William and Mary are just saying, what more can we do? They've gotten every chance in the game. They've had chance after chance, but they just can't hit the back of the net when it matters. But they've potentially got one last chance to come forward. It's 1 minute of added time. I think it's game over. I think Niagara have picked up the win, but what a game it has been.
The last chance saloon has shut its doors. The full-time whistle has blown. It will end up being a 5-3 aggregate win to Niagara. But this game delivered on so much entertainment, and full credit to William and Mary for playing their part in that spectacle.
Exactly. It was a very close game. A very close game indeed. Honestly, well played to Niagara, but well played to William and Mary as well for at least attempting the comeback. They came very close, but just inches away. There are so many chances in that game where I said they could have scored a goal, but they didn't. The one where they passed a couple of times too many. There was 2 chances at the end of that game they probably should have scored. But either way, fantastic game. Any last words on that one before we go to our final game of the evening?
No, I mean, I can only echo your sentiments in saying that was an absolutely brilliant match. But honestly, I think we've got potentially an even more exciting tie coming up for our final game. It's Marquette against Fairfield, who I will not call Fairfax for the entirety of the evening, I promise. And this is the game that pits the 10-2 team against the 8-3 team. Fairfield desperately wanting to pick up the win here. St. John's will probably be rooting for Fairfield as well. That's going to be such a hype game that I'm almost gutted we're not going straight into it, but we are going to have that short break first.
Exactly, we are going to have that short break first, so go grab yourselves a drink and come back in a couple of moments' time and we'll bring you the final game of the evening. ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to EGFC Season 2. This is the final game of the evening. It's not Niagara Esports versus William and Mary. It is definitely not Niagara Esports versus William and Mary. It is going to be Fairfield Esports versus Marquette University.
Marquette going up against, it's coming up, it's Fairfield, not Fairfax. And we're going to see both of these teams playing as PSG this time around. Straight away, aggression coming through for all the home shirts as they look to try and break the deadlock in the early moments.
They are indeed. We shall see if we can get these scoreboards sorted out. It's going to be Marquette in the away, and it's going to be Fairfield at home. So we'll have to sort that out.
Got it at the moment.
Yes, I'm trying my hardest.
I don't believe you. I'm kidding. You're a fantastic producer, my friend. Meanwhile, we'll turn attention to this game. We're seeing just a fairly cagey affair. Both of the midfields dominating possession so far. No real openings either of the teams to find themselves a chance to get the ball on target. But now Angel Di Maria bursting down the right wing. He's one of those players who we've seen quite a lot in action today. This time he's not able to find any end product.
Yeah, couldn't find anything this time, but we've got the first one. We've got the first one. Now we've just got to do the second one, and then we'll be fine. We'll be fine and happy, and we can do our jobs.
Literally, that's fair. But opportunity comes through. Mbappe forcing the save out of Keylor Navas. Bernat able to find down the left wing. Some of the players having to correct the automatic team lineup in FIFA, where they almost had a 69 rated player out on the left side instead of Bernat. But is still going to see Mbappe breaking forward, cutting the ball inside. Opportunity for Marco Verratti to pull the trigger. Doesn't actually take that opportunity though. Now Draxler takes it down the other end.
Yeah, surely Verratti's not going to score a goal. He's got like 62 pace or something ridiculous on FIFA. He is ridiculously unusable on FIFA. He's so small. He's just got terrible stats. It definitely doesn't reflect him in real life.
No, he's unbelievably solid in real life, and we're seeing, of course, on both of these teams, they're both running the PSG lineup, and you'll have to let me know whether Fairfield are white shirts or blue at some point.
Yes, of course. So it's going to be Fairfield in the blue, and it's going to be Marquette in the away field. The away kit in the white kit, either or. Fairfield going to be breaking down with Neymar Jr. on the attack. Going to give it to Marco Verratti. Going to look for Di Maria. Di Maria with the opportunity. Di Maria with a shot. Di Maria with a goal, and it's going to be 1-0 to Fairfield in the opening minutes of the game.
You gotta think that somewhere out there the St. John's fans are watching this one and that they are delighted with how the game is going so far. Fairfield, of course, slightly behind both Marquette and St. John's in the standing. St. John's, they moved to 11-2 earlier in the night with their victory against Manhattan College. Marquette, they're standing at 10-2 at the minute, but they are behind in this match to Fairfield, who are 8-3.
Yeah, we'll just quickly cut on over to the St. John's fans all celebrating in their room at home real quick. Just hold on, let me sort that one out. Let me get my camera feeds up.
Yeah. Wait, that doesn't work. They're playing against PSG as well. Di Maria breaking forward. He's dispossessed one defender, but he's not able to take past the second. Now, opportunity for Di Maria to see what he can do down the other end of the pitch.
Yeah, it's been a fairly even game so far. I've got to say, but yeah, obviously Fairfield have had the goal, and that is what counts at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Who hits the back of the net and who doesn't? That is all that matters.
Who doesn't? The answer: West Brom usually, but
Liverpool at the moment.
Oh, I wasn't going to do it to you, dude. I wasn't going to do it to you.
It's fine. I'll do it to myself.
Liverpool haven't done for a few games. He looks for the cheeky chip, but he pops it over the crossbar.
He couldn't quite find it, could he? He couldn't quite find it. He just a little bit too much air on it.
I'm going to make it a thing, George. I'm going to make it a thing. Icardi, of all people, someone we don't see very often in these PSG teams, taking a swing at it, but it's blocked away. It now falls at the feet of Neymar. He almost manages to find the goal. Navas, in a comedy of errors, just about able to pick up the ball after a bit of pinball wizard.
Yeah, indeed. A little bit of a weird one. Holds the ball in one hand, jumps over the player casually, looking like Superman. Keylor Navas is my Superman, but you know, I don't know. That should have probably been another chance on goal. It probably shouldn't have been that easy for Keylor Navas, but Either way, here comes another chance with Neymar Jr. Let's see if he can get in the middle. He's done really, really well. The chance, the shot, the goal. It's Neymar Jr. He does not miss from those angles. It's 2-0 now to Fairfield. A game that we said was going to be incredibly close, incredibly even, is now incredibly one-sided.
You have to explain to me, George. Seeing a few symbols up on the top of the screen, the
extreme
red
latency, extreme latency.
Both players.
Yeah, really, really bad latency issue for both players. Yellow is like... Pardon?
Is it equal for both players, or will it favour one?
I think it favours one. I'm not sure. I don't really know how it works 100%. I'm not like... Because I honestly, I don't use that. I just kind of go off my ping. But if it's red, it's over 200, I think. If it's yellow, it's over 100, and if it's green, it's under 50, I think. But if both are red, that means they have an extreme input lag and really bad like response time. So it's probably going to be like a fifth of a second, something like that each time. And yeah, it gets really difficult. But that is the hard part about playing in NA. A lot of players do struggle with the server issues. Chance for Mbappe, great save from Navas. That is the problem across most games. You know, you look at League of Legends, and the owners have been complaining for years about how difficult it is to bring up talent because of server issues and things like that.
Yeah, especially over in NA. I mean, you know, such a massive country in comparison to our smaller countries here in Europe. So, yeah, definitely an issue that's more so on that side of the pond. But right now, it does seem like Fairfield are making the better of this issue. We have seen Marquette with a few opportunities to counterplay, to try and attack the opposition goal. But coming into halftime, looks like they're going to be going in behind.
It does indeed, good sir. It does indeed. It looks like Fairfield will go in with the lead, which is definitely what they want to be doing at this point in the game. Obviously, very much so. You know, they've played very well. They've taken their chances. And that is exactly what you want to see if you are a Fairfield fan, not a Fairfax fan, as Stan likes to say. Marquette... Pardon? You haven't said it today.
I don't think I have.
No, I mean, aside from the once saying that you wasn't going to do it.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that was a deliberate shout out. You know, we take those.
We take those. But yeah, you know, obviously, it is a bit of an issue when you're, you know, one side of America playing against somebody on the other side of America. You all have extreme lag. You know, it's rough. It's difficult, isn't it? Because America's such a big continent. I'm pretty sure America is a continent, right? Yeah, it is.
North America is a continent for sure.
Yeah, so it's a very big continent. So, you know, it's very difficult to get good latency throughout the whole thing. Maybe one day when we've got like flying cars and stuff like that, we'll get that. But before we got flying cars, we have to talk about this attack from Manhattan.
The attack is broken up. Talk to me more about flying cars.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it in Marvel: The First Avenger, Captain America. Obviously, Mr. Stark was testing out his flying cars. Didn't quite work, limited to the technology of his time. But obviously, we saw flying cars in Back to the Future as well.
Kind of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I know we talked a lot of Marvel tonight, but we'll, you know, go to a different series. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Brilliant series.
Yeah.
Brilliant series. I absolutely love that series.
Yeah, me too. I think of all of the Marvel sort of split across series from the various ones which we saw on Netflix, things like, you know, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and all of those. I have to say, I think Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. still stands the test of time as my favorite outside of the Marvel Universe films.
Oh, definitely, for sure. For me, it's 1,000% Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's just the amount of arcs they had a lot of payoff as well. You know, they had a lot of mention of the big characters in the official Avengers stuff. We didn't see any of them, which I think is good because of, you know, obviously using them to promote the other show would have been good, but, you know, actually having them there, I don't think would have been that great for the characters. But yeah, I think it was a great series.
Without dropping any spoilers, for me, that show was at its absolute best around about the time of Captain America and the Winter Soldier. I think that was one of the plots that just beautifully overlapped with it. And speaking of overlap, this run from Di Maria is exactly that, as he looks to take the ball out past Kimpembe, cuts the ball back inside, looks for Ricardo, who's waiting in the middle, finds the header, but puts it wide of the post. It's still a connection, comes in, but Kratovec unable to find the back of the net.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. They overlapped, which is massive. The storylines overlapped with what was going on in the Avengers films, and it kind of runs side by side. So it's really cool because the first season, they were talking about the Hydra, basically the beginning of Hydra, and that was when the first Avenger, Captain America film came out. So everybody was very curious about that and everything about that. So it was really nice to have it run aside. But yeah, I think Marvel have done a fantastic job with all of their movies. I think there's only one that I dislike, and that's Thor: The Dark World.
Yeah, it's not great, to be fair.
It's not a great one, but
at all.
Let's veer away from having the Grey Heart and GNC podcast. Let's move back towards the Fairfield versus Marquette game.
I'm coming back to ask you what your favourite ones are at some point, maybe in the second leg of this matchup. But right now, let's, as you say, turn our attention to events on the field. So far, no goals in the second half of this first leg. Still Fairfield with that 2-0 advantage, but it's Marquette who are attacking. Now they're not.
They are attacking, but now they're not. Looking to come forward are Fairfield once again. Can't quite find anything. You know, it's been a decent game so far. It hasn't really been too much for Marquette though. Coming forward, can't quite find anything. I think Discord's having a few issues because whenever I talk, you go into like Robotown. I'll try and fix it. I don't know how to fix it, but I'm gonna try my hardest for you.
Well, I appreciate that, George. I apologise for any inconvenience I might cause. And if it's coming across on the stream, sorry for that as well, everybody. We'll do our best to make it as clean a broadcast as possible. This is a pretty clean play, played into the middle. Beautiful reaction save, and the secondary block comes in as well. So nearly a goal to pull one back for Marquette here.
Kimpembe did really, really well there to get across, block the shot. That was definitely needed. If not, it probably would have been a goal. But here's the counter-attack coming through.
It's Neymar running the ball out, but it's quickly met by Bernat, who is just going to put the ball out into touch.
I feel like we gave this game quite a lot of hype.
I did. There's no we about it, George. I gave this game a lot of hype, and right now I've got egg on my face, Beth. Trying to find themselves a third goal, unable to do so.
Yeah, I feel like you've bamboozled us here a bit, Greyheart. I think you've scammed us.
Oh, no. I didn't mean to. I'm going to blame the lag, okay? He stepped forwards on loan from Everton, but he's found a crucial goal for Marquette. Coming into the 75th minute, this one pulls things back to only a 1-goal advantage to Fairfield.
Okay, I was just memeing. You haven't. I don't need my money back. You can keep it. Wow. You know, back to a very close game once again for Fairfield. 2-1. 2-1 indeed, and it'll be interesting to see how we get on here. Like, obviously now it's just 1 goal difference. Yeah, we'll see if I can get back into this one.
In the last few minutes, the lag signals disappeared from the screen for both of the teams, and since that happened, the game has become much, much closer. We've seen more attacks from Fairfield. I do feel like they probably were suffering with lag issues early on, though I'm not hitting. Meanwhile, however, Fairfield, they've done pretty well. The advantages have been put in front of them. Marquette trying to pull things back with 10 minutes left of this first leg.
I'm not too sure how it works for head-to-heads. There is the ball played in, but Navas will get there. I'm not too sure how it works for head-to-heads. I think the home player doesn't get as much lag as the away player. I think the away player gets significantly more, so I've got a feeling that might be one of the issues here, and that will definitely be one of the issues potentially going into the new season that we and EGF need to look to try and tackle is the latency issue, because a lot of teams are winning/losing games because of bad or advantageous latency. So maybe need to have a look at that if the game is deemed unplayable by, I don't know, a few people, then maybe we'll have to look at it. But yeah, right now, obviously, it seems like it's fairly playable. It seems like it's a fairly close contest, and you know, Marquette only 1 goal deficit.
back heel, cheeky one there from Mbappe, now opportunity to bring the ball forward, try and take it back past Marquinhos, but yet again, Marquinhos standing his ground as we approach the last minute of regular time. Does look like we're going to be going into the second leg with just this one goal advantage for Fairfield, but a last opportunity for Marquette on the break. Icardi trying to force the ball past Kim Pembe. He's going to lose out, however. Beautiful tackle coming in.
He doesn't have the pace. That's the problem. That's why nobody ever plays him. It's because he does not have the pace. You'd rather play Neymar and Mbappe up front, or Mbappe up front, Neymar at cam, Di Maria left wing, and then, I don't know, chuck out whoever on the right wing, whoever you can afford. But Fairfield going to go into the second leg with a 2-1 advantage in the first leg.
Which is great news for them. They're somewhat the underdogs coming into this one, as they're slightly below market in terms of the standings before this week started. Looking great so far, but good signs for Marquette coming back into that game near the end. Whatever issues they seem to be having to deal with early on seem to be put aside come the end of the match. They got the last goal in that one. Maybe that's the start of good things to come coming into the second leg.
Indeed they are, but obviously have a look at the schedule and how we've got to today's affair. Manhattan versus St John's University, obviously an absolute cracker of a game. And William and Mary versus Niagara. Personally, I thought the William and Mary versus Niagara game was the best game of the evening so far.
You know what, that's a really fair comment. I think overall they've been great. All of these games have ended in 5-3 on aggregate to the away team. St John's and Niagara taking the wins against Manhattan and William and Mary respectively. As things stand, we've got a 2-1 advantage to the away team in Fairfield against Marquette. So yeah, it's tight stuff.
It is very much indeed tight stuff, and we'll see if we can get more of the same in the second leg, because I think the games so far have all been fairly tight to a degree. All been fairly tight, and Fairfield obviously doing well to get the 2-0 lead, but Marquette obviously getting the 1 goal back, which did look really good. I gotta say, I feel like it might be a ping problem for Marquette. I feel like that could be a factor playing into it, but obviously we can't guess on that kind of stuff too much.
At the end of the day, you can only play with the cards that are on the table in front of you, right? So we don't know exactly what they're having to deal with. Maybe that's an issue, maybe it's not. Maybe we're just seeing an out-and-out really great performance from Fairfield here against one of the top teams in the division. All I know is I'm looking forward to watching the entirety of that next match, and also finding out your favorite Marvel films.
Very, very true. But you said you could only play the cards in your hand, but if you're Twisted Fate, always have a card up your sleeve. No?
Oh yeah.
No, not a fan.
I don't know where to go with that one.
Twisted Fate. Twisted Fate was my first main on League of Legends. Twisted Fate and Annie were my first 2 champions that I played. Always played full AP Twisted Fate. I maxed W, not Q, because I was trash. I was bronze. But favourite Marvel films. Let's get back to the subject. Favourite Marvel films before we get into the second leg.
League of Legends champions were.
Sorry. Go on. I know yours though.
What are they?
I don't know your first ones, but I know your current mains.
Yeah, no, my first ones, first 2 champions I played with, and legitimately the reason I started playing the game. So I got sent a link to a video from the classic. Oh man, I'm having a moment where I'm forgetting. Azubu Frost versus CLGU.
Yeah.
Who became Evil Geniuses. I can't remember which one they were at the time, and it was an absolute epic match, and it had an Amumu and a Cho'Gath in it, and both of those characters, something about them, especially Cho at that point, I looked at it and went, I want to play that. So yeah, got Amumu, got Cho, instantly bought all of their skins, played nothing but those 2 champions for ages. This is back when you could buy multiple boots, and I thought the faster I was, the better I'd be at the game. So I just bought loads and loads of sets of boots, like 6 boots. That was all I had in my inventory a lot of the games. I was utter garbage, played against bots for about the first year, tried to play on a trackpad, that didn't help things, and eventually learned how to play just about properly. But,
I was going to say while we was on cameras, do you have Diogo Jota to hand? The fans can't see it. We're going to quickly snap back. Do you have Diogo Jota on hand? Quick!
Diogo is here!
There he is. So, funny story. Me and Stan, me and Greyheart, we interviewed Diogo Jota for an event we did last Monday, and to practice the interview, I was using Stan's beautiful little Amumu plushie as Diogo Jota, and he was talking back as Diogo Jota. So now Amumu is Diogo Jota to us.
He sure is, and coming into this game, had a bit of a change of teams. We're going to see Bayern Munich against France rather than the PSG mirror matchup, and already seeing the aggression coming through from Bayern Munich, but they're not going to be troubling the keeper with that one.
Well, it makes it quite easy because Fairfield is red, their badge is red, and Bayern Munich's home kit's red, so that makes it a lot easier. What does not make it easier is the fact that France aren't playing in their home kit. Goddamn. Marquette, why could you not make this easier for us? But there is a chance for Marquette, and it is a great save. But the rebound, Griezmann's got the ball. The finesse, I think it's miles wide.
One of the best chested touches I've ever seen in FIFA of any year. There almost led to an absolute sparkling goal from Marquette, but it wasn't to be. There's still one goal down this tie, and now it's Fairfield who are on the attack. Leroy Sané playing the ball inside to Lewandowski, setting it back to Kimmich, who's stepping back outside. Sané once again finds Thomas Müller. Will he be the one to pull the trigger to take the shot? Comes back outside. Sané steps away from it. Potentially would have been onside. Müller finds Lewandowski, but it's Lloris who's there to deny the German striker. Polish striker.
He
German.
Polish. Lewandowski.
The Bayern Munich striker.
The Bayern Munich striker. There we go. We got around that eventually, but you know, it's been a decent game so far. 18 minutes in, obviously very end-to-end stuff. Both teams with chances. Favorite Marvel films? Go on then. You can start us off.
Just quickly before we come to that, well, first let's deal with this potential attack, because this is big for Fairfield. They found 2 early goals last time around. They don't find one now because of offside. And you were just talking a moment ago about how we had a fun opportunity to interview Diogo last week, and it was really great to be there. I did miss being here on official EGF, but it sounds like the community had a really great day streaming their own games and putting across any commentary that they could. So I'm glad that our absence was not felt too heavily, though. Very glad to be back this week. Going once again, we do see Marquette with an opportunity to level things up in this tie. Just about finding themselves being kept out by Neuer as the cross is put in. Big punch out. Best Marvel films. Okay, so I have a sort of a top 2 really. It depends on the sort of mood I'm in.
Okay.
Generally speaking, Winter Soldier, Captain America: Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it. I think it's brilliantly made. Storyline's almost perfect. But I also have a very special place in my heart for Thor: Ragnarok, which is just one of the funniest films I've ever seen. Especially because of Taika Waititi.
See, I don't like the Guardians of the Galaxy films that much. I'm not really that huge fan. I like the soundtrack, but not really a huge fan. Thor Ragnarok is number 1. Then for me, I am a massive fan of the Iron Man films. I really, really enjoy them. The second and third one, definitely. Lovely rainbow flick there from Mbappe. Can't quite make anything of it, though. And aside from that, Ant-Man, the first Ant-Man, I really enjoyed. Chance for Mbappe on the strike! And that is a goal for Marquette. That's the equaliser.
That is such a crucial goal in this tie. We're talking about Marvel, and that was marvellous. Kylian Mbappe finding the goal that makes it 2-2 in this tie with only 30 minutes played in the second leg.
That one, see, that was decent. That was a good one. I liked that one. Really good touch from Lloris. Really, really good touch to get it just far enough away from Lewandowski that he couldn't put it in the back of the net. Lewandowski on the chance once again, gives it to Kimmich, and it's a screamer! And it's Fairfield regaining their lead once again. Now it is 3-2 on aggregate.
I promised you this would be match of the evening, and finally it's delivering. Are you not entertained?
I am entertained. I am very entertained. What a goal from Kimmich. That was absolute screamer. Hit it on the right foot, straight into the back of the net on the left-hand side. Wow. That was a really nice goal. But the question is, can Marquette bounce back? They've only been down. They've obviously been tied up, but they've only had a deficit. They have never taken the lead. So the question is, can they regain? Can they get a lead in this game at some point?
Kingsley Coman with the ball out on the right-hand side. No sooner did Marquette restore parity in this tie than we saw Fairfield once again take the lead. We see Marquette trying to even things up again before half-time in this second leg, trying to find a way in, but it's just no way past Alphonse Davies.
Yeah, he's an absolute beast, isn't he? The Canadian man. I don't want to say American there because I would probably get absolutely crucified.
It seems Canadians would have been upset about you saying that, and they're generally pretty happy and
pretty nice
easy
people.
Going.
Yeah, pretty
not
nice.
I'm saying people in the USA aren't, but I've certainly never had a Canadian angry at me. I'm sure there's a time.
I have.
Okay.
But here we go.
Goretzka trying to play the ball into the box, but play is broken up. Kante have an opportunity to break it out. Only goes as far as Joshua Kimmich, who plays the ball inside to Kingsley Coman. And again, there is a 2-goal advantage over to Fairfield.
Yeah, Fairfield doing really, really well once again. They're just attacking with absolute superiority, with absolute confidence, and getting that goal. The amount of time he had to decide where to shoot, and he was just waiting for the opponent to make the mistake, then takes a shot on. It just it's really, really good football here from Fairfield University. Marquette are just not crumbling under the pressure, but they are under a lot of pressure, and they are struggling to deal with it. I can definitely see that. But, yeah, either way, it's been a really, really good game for both teams.
Half-time in the second leg, and the scores are mirrored from the full-time whistle of the first leg. That means that on aggregate, we've got ourselves a 4-2 advantage to Fairfield over Marquette. You've got to feel like Marquette, having started the day joint at the top of the table, must be getting a little nervous right now.
Yeah, I feel like not just nervous, I feel like they're a little bit, probably a little bit disappointed as well at the amount of goals they've conceded. Fairfield definitely attacking well, but, it's nothing that they couldn't have stopped. I feel like the Kimmich goal was passing out from the back that went wrong, gave away the ball in the midfield in the second third, and then it just led to Kimmich absolutely smashing it into the back of the net. There are a lot of issues that they have had that definitely could have been easily avoided. But either way, there could be a chance here for Ben Yedder on the shot, and Ben Yedder's got a goal, and now just a 1-goal deficit once again. Marquette looking to come back into this game once again.
Game back on. Only 52 minutes played, and the aggregate deficit reduced once more just to the 1 goal. Remember, all of our ties this evening have been a 5-3 win for the away team. Currently, a 4-3 lead for Fairfield, but they're the ones under pressure. Beautiful goalkeeping out of Neuer as he's able to just dive at the feet of the on-rushing attacker.
Indeed he is. Does very, very well. It's exactly what you expect out of the German goalkeeper. German number 1 for how many years? How many years?
Is he still best in the world?
I think he's best in the world over the last number of years. I don't think he's the best in the world currently.
Right now?
I think it's very, very close. But there is a chance. Ben Yedder! He somehow got it into the back of the net, the bottom left-hand corner. And that will be the equaliser. Fairfield have equalised it up. Sorry, Marquette have equalised it up once again. And it's 4-4 now.
Oh, you can hear how excited the doggos were about that one as well. I heard something going horrendously wrong in the next room, so I might have to go and check on that one in a second. But just for now, with the 60-minute mark of the second leg approaching, let's talk about how tight this game is, and I'll be right back.
No worries at all, Stan. Go check on the doggos. Make sure they are all okay, but either way, what a fantastic game it has been so far. Marquette obviously equalising up. Coman coming down the wing. He's giving the ball away. It's so dangerous. Can he find the ball across? It's Mbappe. They've taken the lead. It's a goal for Marquette, and they've finally regained the lead. They never had it in the first place. They've finally gotten the goal, the final goal they needed. It is Marquette. They have clawed, scratched, pulled their way down from the abyss that Fairfield have dug them. But they have finally gotten out of the hole, and they've finally gotten the lead. And it is Mbappe once again, the main man for France. And now all eyes on Fairfield, but it's not even. Marquette coming straight down the wing. It's Griezmann. Can he find anyone in the middle? No. Really good defender from Fairfield, and I think Greyheart is back.
I certainly am, proving that you can't take your eyes off this game for even 30 seconds. Now it's Goretzka stepping forward. For the first time in what seems like forever, it's Fairfield who are needing to strike back, and they're unable to break down those defences for a 5th time. They are currently 5-4 down aggregate. It might be about to be 6-4. Beautiful cross in, but Neuer plucks it out the air.
Yeah, well, I don't know who's the best goalkeeper in the world at the moment. It's definitely not Allison anymore. Edison's very good. Chance. Ooh, very strong hand from Neuer. Definitely had to keep that one out. That would have been an absolutely ridiculous goal whipped into the area. It's Varane. Oh, it somehow crept into the back of the net. It's Marquette. They've got a 2-goal lead now. And Varane, he will take that goal.
Marquette turning it on when it matters the most. They need this game so much. A win here basically puts Fairfield out of potential contention for those top 2 spots. St. John's Marquette look like they're going to be tied up. 11 wins and 2 losses at the end of tonight, but not for Fairfield's lack of trying to change that.
They've tried so hard. Like I said, when the goal went in from Marquette, Marquette have well and truly been scratching, clawing, grasping whatever they can get to try and get this lead back. And it looks like they will get a chance. Griezmann's going to go straight for the shot, and Noy will keep it out. But they have been they've been trying so hard to get the lead. They've been pushing and pulling. They've been doing whatever they can, and finally the fruits of their labour has been given to them. They can finally eat the cake that they have made. They can finally not relax, because there's still plenty of time left in this game for Fairfield to get a goal, but they can take a sigh of relief and go, whew, we've done the hard work now. We just need to concentrate, defend well, keep the lead.
90 minutes of playtime ago, if you told me that I'd be looking at this stage at a 6-4 goal advantage to Marquette, I'm not entirely sure I would have believed you, despite how good this team have been across the season. But now they've got an opportunity to extend it further. What? The tackle is deemed to be legitimate, and just about we're seeing Fairfield get away from it, but penalty or not, it's still going to be a goal to Marquette.
It is indeed. The dead fish, Ben Yedder, gets the goal, and I've got to say it. There has been no latency issues in this game, and Marquette are running rampant.
Yeah, it's a fair point. I think that it's fair to say that there probably were issues in game number 1, but in this game, we have well and truly seen the Kings bouncing back and reclaiming their throne.
Well and truly, they have done really well. They obviously
like a Black Panther story.
It is. They lost the crown. They were shun out. They were cast out. They couldn't do anything, but they scratched, kicked, and clawed their way back to the top, dug themselves out of the hole, and now they're sitting on top once again. And as we come to the end of this, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, we've spoken a lot about Marvel tonight. I think it's worth saying just how wonderful Chadwick Boseman was, not only in that film, but also in real life, and will be massively missed. An absolute king of a man.
Oh, truly.
But
I have no idea how they're gonna do the Black Panther 2 storyline at all. But he will be
no way
missed.
they can replace him. It's not in a proper way. But right now we're dwelling on the attention of who have been the kings of the pitch, and in this second half of this second leg, it has been all Marquette. Coming up to the final whistle. Final whistle is actually going to blow, and we are going to see victory over to Marquette in such an incredible fashion.
Yeah, obviously 2-1 down in the first game, then they, 3-2 down or something like that, and then they came all the way back, and now they finished the game winning 7-4. What is that all about?
What is that all about? George GNC, you tell me.
I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I've got a feeling it's something to do with the latency, maybe. But you can't put it down to that. So I've got to say, I feel like Marquette just came into the second leg way more prepared. I feel like they not took. It's difficult to say, but they finished their chances in the second leg.
I mean, I'm not here to throw shade on anyone, but obviously sometimes we see a change of players come in between the two matches. Maybe that could have had an influence on it as well. Certainly in that second leg, Marquette looked really up to scratch, and Fairfield did drop off a little bit. But nonetheless, commiserations with Fairfield. They have played their part in what, for me, as I promised, was the game of the night.
It was indeed, and your promise has paid off. And one thing I do really quickly want to say is I love your Doncaster jacket. It's very, very nice.
Recognises that.
I love my football flags. I love my nation flags. But either way, thank you guys very much for watching. We are finished with our games for the evening. As you can see, Manhattan St. John's, William and Mary, Niagara University versus, and then Marquette versus Fairfield. All of the teams, massive GGs, all absolutely fantastic games. But that is all we have for you this evening. There's nothing left. It's time for you to go home. It's time for you to chill out until next week.
Home.
I'm home as well, but for the viewers,
they're probably at home as well, George.
For the theatrics, the whole theatre.
Have I just accidentally pulled back the curtain?
Yes.
And now everyone, oh man.
Yeah, everybody's now like, wait, we're not at home. We're at
all
home.
Of a sudden, people have realised behind that screen actually isn't like the FIFA studios. Instead, actually, It's your bedroom.
Yeah, it's true. I pulled this down and my bed's right there, you know. But either way, that is all we have for today, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you have a lovely rest of your evening. My name has been George GNC Overton. This has been Stanley Greyheart Bark. You can follow him at Greyheart99 on Twitter. He's an absolute legend and he posts some hilarious Twitter content. And my name has been George GNC Overton. You can follow me at George Overton _. But for that, it has been the end of the evening. EGFC Season 2, Week 14 coming to a close. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely rest of your evening. Good night.